Welcome to my channel. Today I have a variation to my flatbread recipe with a split chickpea filling commonly used in the Indian cuisine and known as Chana Dal. Chickpeas are extremely good for you and packed with protein, many vitamins and minerals, in particular iron, so well worth incorporating them into your diet. This particular chickpea is not so common in the Turkish cuisine, but I was given a packet of Chana Dal from my daughter the other day and decided I'll give them a try. It was well worth it and they are very tasty. For delicious recipes posted weekly, consider subscribing to my channel and click the bell button so you don't miss any of my videos. To get started, soak 390 grams of Chana Dal in about 2 liters of cold water for 3 to 4 hours, giving them a thorough rinse first. After 3 to 4 hours, remove the excess water from the pan and just leave enough to cover the chickpeas. Place on the stove to cook for about 30 minutes or until they are soft. Keep the heat on low, stirring from time to time, and remove the foam as it appears. Whilst you are waiting for the chickpeas to cook, finely chop 1 large onion. After 20 to 30 minutes, check that the Chana Dal is soft to the touch and take off the heat. Allow to cool to room temperature, then blend to form a smooth consistency. You can use any blender you have. Be sure to blend thoroughly so there are no lumps left. Then in a large frying pan, heat approximately 5 tablespoons of olive oil. When the oil is hot, add the onions and saute until they begin to change colour. When the onions turn golden, add the seasoning. I've used 1 tablespoon of dried parsley, 1 teaspoon each of tumeric, coriander and chilli pepper. Give them a good stir to release all the lovely flavours into the pan, then add the Chana Dal. Mix to ensure the seasoning is well incorporated. Then add a drop of olive oil. Add salt to your taste and turn off the heat. Cover and allow to cool. Meanwhile, prepare the dough. In a large bowl, add 15 grams of salt to 750 grams of plain flour. Mix, then add 10 grams of instant dried yeast. Combine into the flour, then make a well in the middle and pour in 450 grams of lukewarm water. To start forming the dough, begin by mixing with a wooden spoon before transferring to using your hands. To help soften the dough and make it easier to knead, add a small amount of olive oil. Knead until you have achieved a soft and slightly sticky dough, then cover and rest for 1 hour. After an hour, the dough has doubled in size and looks great. Carefully remove the air and transfer onto a floured surface. Form a rectangular shape and divide into equal parts depending on the size of flatbread you want to make. As I wanted to make quite large flatbreads, I was able to divide into 8 large pieces, but also to consider is the size of the griddle or pan which you will be using. Obviously, the quantity of flatbreads you end up with will be determined by the number of pieces you divide the dough into. You can comfortably achieve 10 good sized flatbreads with this quantity. Roll each piece into a ball and keep covered to avoid drying. Then form balls with the filling mixture to about the same size as the dough balls and the same quantity. Then take the first dough ball and roll to approximately half a centimetre thickness. Place a filling ball in the middle and seal the edges as shown. Repeat the process until all the dough balls have been filled in this way. Remember to keep them covered with either a tea towel or plastic sheet to avoid drying. We are not rolling the flatbreads out to the actual size we want them to be. This will be done later, so be sure not to open them out too much at this stage. Once all the dough balls have been filled, it's time to roll them out to their final size. As my ones were quite large, I rolled them out to approximately 26 cm diameter each, but as a general rule, roll them out to about half a centimetre thickness. Then heat a large pan or griddle and place the flatbreads one at a time to cook. Keep the heat on medium and allow to cook on one side until you start seeing the flatbread puff up, then flip over to the other side. Drizzle or brush on a little oil or melted butter and do the same on the other side. When the flatbread has cooked evenly on both sides, transfer to a nearby cooling rack. Repeat the process until all your flatbreads have been cooked. You will end up with a soft and very tasty flatbread bursting with flavour from the added chilli, parsley and onions. They are versatile and can be eaten with a whole range of different dishes or enjoyed on their own, dipped in yogurt or any preferred sauce. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe for future delicious recipes and stay tuned until the end where I'll have links to my other flatbread recipes. See you next time!